This is that Marko run, attempt number 2, after we got him killed in the first run. This is picking up from the day where we left him. All that's happened is I got him down from very tired to tired. Had a little trade with the trader there. Managed to start building a rat trap, and now we're going to end the day. Hopefully we've hopefully we've done enough. He won't be tired anymore. Good. Got a decent night's sleep. I think we were going to go back to the shelled school. Didn't manage to build any flipping saw blades. I think I'm going to take these just so that they can't be stolen. And we're going to scavenge at the shelled school again, where we've been going. Handily enough, everything is all stored here in our little stockpile. Let's just see what we want to take back with us. Can we take back lots of high value items? Nope, don't need those. And then we're going to crack on. Start looking elsewhere. Now, something I'm just going to do very, very quickly. Please do excuse me. I'm just going to make a note of what is left at the shelled school, just so that it saves us wandering and having to go back. So, shelled school. It's always useful to make a note. 4812 components. Lots of wood. One electric component. Some moonshine. Just handy to know what we're leaving here. We're going to take everything else back with us. Hopefully we can upgrade the metal workshop, then we can build those saw blades that we would have liked to have had at the shelled school. Bringing back all of our tools, all of our weapons and things. So, first things first. Let's finish building this rat trap, shall we? Let's get that going straight away. What we might want to do is build a... we're going to want to think about building a water collector. I don't think we've got the components for it at the moment. We need some gears. We haven't got any gears. It's okay, it's not an urgent thing, it's not something that we desperately need right now. Ooh, I hate doing this, but yeah, we're going to put a tin in there as bait. That's worth doing. What we could do with is some mulch, really some fertilizer. That's a good bait for the trap. We've got a few little bits in there that are good for trading. We've got an electric bit. A few little bits and bobs here. Probably need some cogs if we want to upgrade this. We need more components as well. Okay. It's not the actual standard workshop where you build saw blades, is it? I'll double check. I'm 90% sure it's the metal workshop. Who put that flaming barrel right next to a wooden cabinet? Not very bright. Who's this? Oh, somebody with some stuff for us. Yeah, doing alright, buddy. What you got for me? Thank you. Well, now if we start building something, of course, the components used in its construction cannot be stolen. So let's do this. And let's do this. Not something that we urgently need to do right now. got? We've got a crowbar, we've got a shovel. A little bit of food. Okay. It does mention, if you go to Our Things, you can see a very broad report on your survivor's state of mind. They do note whether the shelter is vulnerable or it's been boarded up or anything, so it could be that boarding it up actually helps a little bit with our morale. I'm not entirely sure that it does. That's okay. Got a door that we haven't undone yet. That's the radio. You can see there that we've boarded up some of the shelter with some tarp and some rickety looking planks. Great, that'll keep them out. Let's get some kip. That's another day done. So we got a couple of options here. We'll go to the ruined toy store. It's not saying that there's any danger there. Really enjoying taking the shovel. Taking up a fair few spaces in our inventory slot. But of course this is Marko, scavenger extraordinaire. So we've got loads and loads of inventory space. This, I'll say it again, it's just so it doesn't get nicked by any banditos. No buddy, I'm not hostile. Can of course do anything that you like. Could attack that person or lass. Could go after her with this shovel, but Marko's not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of player. Let's live and let live. Sometimes you have these sort of random people. They they're going about their business. Sometimes they're hostile. Happens. Let's clear this map first. Get rid of anything that would hinder our movement. Interfere with our scavenging efforts. Bust this door open. Fun fact, every time that you go to a place that you've been, the following night, the doors are always closed. I don't know who's going around closing all the doors in the places that you scavenge, but somebody is. Start at the top, work our way down. We'll go to the farthest point on the map, bring it back to the place closest to the exit. We're looking for anything of value traded. Don't have any books, do we? They get nicked or something. That's likely. A few electrical components. A couple of cogs, that's good. Okay, handy. Loads of components. This is going to be good for a couple of visits to the ruined toy store. Not a big map. Yep. Look, what are you doing? Yeah, nothing dangerous here as well. That's encouraging. Could take the tools back and leave them back at the shelter, but then I don't know if they're going to be there in the morning when I return. My wife plays this and she's found crafting bullets to be quite a valuable thing to do. Requires fully upgrading the metal workshop, I think it is. Could be wrong. I don't tend to actually craft bullets. But they are fantastic, obviously for trade, and of course, if you want to defend yourself, it's handy to have a gun that can shoot stuff. So. Just over halfway through the night. Beautiful scenery. Love the artwork in this game. Absolutely beautiful. Mentally sort of composing a bit of a work list when we get back to the shelter. One of the reasons why the Marko playthrough is definitely not recommended for newer players is because you want to only really be taking back stuff that is high value, stuff that you know that you're going to use. Probably worth bringing back that little lockpick. Something that we can sell, it's not high value, but something that just otherwise really won't use. Go back here, we check out that little pile just above us. Now I'll have a look at what we've got in this stockpile. Don't think we're going to get the trader again. He only arrived 2 days ago, so I'm not going to bring back any trading material, just building materials. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Plenty of trade. Hey, Io. One of my cats has come to join us. Yeah? Got some advice? She's not great, this War of Mine player, bless her. Seems to like watching me play it, though. Right, pretty sure that water production requires 2 cogs. What else do we want to build? We want to build another rat trap, don't we? I'm wondering, I think we've got a couple of cogs back in the house. I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. I'm going to take back all of these cogs, and I think that with what we've got back home, we should be able to build another rat trap, which would be fantastic. Looks like something that this place is lacking is wood. Now, I'm bringing this back just in case those kids return. At a certain point, some kids will come along and say, hey, our mum's terribly ill and we're terribly hungry. I can't remember what order it is. Yeah, I can't remember if we need to have the medication first or the tins of food. I can't remember, so just hold off on that just for the moment. Build a rat trap, we'll upgrade the metal workshop, build some saw blades. I think that would do for our scavenge for tonight. This is a good location. I mean, unless you need wood, as mentioned earlier. Okay, did we get raided? Okay. Okay, there's still a few little bits. And of course that makes our poor old Marko a bit upset. Now, that trap triggered quickly. It's very good. There is a suggestion, and it makes sense, that where you plant your rat traps matters. So obviously I'm putting them right down here in the basement. Part of that is because I can just keep an eye on them. I can see when they've sprung, I can see when we caught something. And also it's because it does seem that they do spring a little bit quicker if they are kept away from people. There's even some little lines of dialogue. You go past a rat trap in a place where you have, lots of people around and stuff going back and forth, and it says, hey, we're never going to catch anything if we keep wandering around near the traps, or it says something like that. So it does seem to suggest that there is a bit of a method to this. I'm going to build these right away. Something I'm going to want to do is to start generating water soon. We need at least one more cog. This is not normally how I would go about things, but we've got to bear in mind that any resources that we don't use that stay in the shelter can be stolen. That's why I haven't emptied everything out of these containers, things like that locker. Here come those kids that I mentioned. They're going to be asking for something, and it's either food or meds. I'm not going to leave them without. What I might have to do is say, hey, come back a bit later and I'll be able to help you out. Yeah, Mum is sick, so she needs meds. Maybe later. Yes, we did not say no. That is correct. Because if you come back, I'm going to make sure that I've got those meds. And of course, this is just wonderful for Marko's morale. He's just like, yeah, sure, we gave up some meds, but we couldn't let those kids go hungry. He's just that kind of a guy. And it's one of the moments of joy in this game. So some people say that this game can be harrowing, upsetting, miserable. Certainly tough until you sort of figure out the sort of hierarchy of needs, what it's best to build, what it's best to leave. It's definitely sort of tough. You can easily make mistakes. Yeah, so there you go. I should be able to repel all attacks even if I'm caught sleeping. That's great, but you're the only one here, buddy, so... As soon as we get somebody else, we're going to be able to empty all of these containers, because we'll have somebody who can stay on guard. Let's say that we get somebody who is physically incapable. They're not very strong. They might not make for a very good guard, but we'll just use Marko for that instead. With the shelter boarded up, if he has a sufficient weapon, he's a competent guard. Now this may seem silly. May seem like something that we don't need, but they note it. If you have a armchair and a chair, they go, oh, we've got plenty of good furniture here in the shelter. It improves their morale, so we're going to do that. I think the one thing that we should do though is be very careful about getting enough sleep, so we'll finish that off some other time. We'll end the day there. Okay. Interesting. Got some other locations to go to. If we get raided, we get raided. I've taken the two most valuable things. Fertilizer, you might think like, huh, really? But the fact is, we can use that as bait for the traps. Otherwise, we have to use a morsel of food as bait for the trap. It means that the traps will only ever get a net benefit of +1 food if you're using food as bait as well. Otherwise, it's +2. Of course, we only have one person, so there's fewer mouths to feed. Any morsels of food we can leave. We can put aside for trade or whatever we want. Let's just pick up all of these little bits that we left. Let's just make sure that we're bringing everything down to the stockpile. There's a chance that somebody who comes looking for shelter might have a child with them. I've had that happen before. Had a dad and his son come along. Hey, look, can you look after us both? That was an interesting run through. Nothing here. This is just a hidey place. Yes. Right, we've cleaned out everything from this location, the ruined toy shop. Put it all in the stockpile, and then we can just decide what we're going to do. I'm wondering. Definitely. We got another one at the shelter. I'm wondering if the trader's going to arrive. Bring back some HVIs, some high value items, ready to sell. I think we might be ready for some trade. Maybe. We're going to be coming back here at some point. Yes, we are. Okay, so I think that's something that we're lacking is wood. I think we're going to have to start. We can't go back with a half-empty inventory, so let's just take some of the lower value items. And then we'll pop back, we're going to get all of this good stuff, and then we're going to have to move on to another scavenging location. Hey Dio. Okay, the boy cats joined us. Do you approve of my strategy? He seems pretty nonplussed. He's not really passing judgment on how I'm playing this war of mine. If you've got any top tips or anything that you wanted to know, I've been playing this game a lot. I'm always open to hearing how other people survive this trauma. Okay, they stole wood. Yeah, okay, they stole some fairly good stuff. That's not good. On the plus side, though, looks like the rat trap has sprung twice. It looks like Marko is very hungry. That will not stand. We will, of course, get him something to eat. Got some food on the stove there. He doesn't seem to have been distressed about the fact that we've been robbed. We're getting quite a stockpile of food here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Kids might come back today. I think they usually leave it a while before they do. You know what we do need? We need some water so that we can make some more food. Takes a couple of days for their hunger levels to go up a notch. We should be good for 2 days, really. Let's finish building this armchair, and you can just sort of see there, have a radio, good book. Could help me forget the whole. Have a chair, but could use an armchair. I don't know why they specifically need a chair and an armchair to be happy, but they do. There you go, buddy. You've got a chair. I don't tend to play the music on the radio because it seems to be copyrighted. Classical music, I'm frankly surprised that it's copyrighted, but it seems to be. Okay, there's some front lines that we cannot cross. Okay, we haven't got the trader, but we've got somebody bringing stuff. Is it more wood? More wood would be welcome. Yeah, give us a shed load of books. Thanks, buddy. I was concerned about that. I was concerned that I didn't have any books. They're good for morale. Yeah, we've got no water, have we? Okay, so that's the only other thing that's going to be happening. I think this is worth it because we're going to need this. We're probably going to need 2 of these. Last time it got literally freezing cold, it started to snow. So we're going to build one of these, and that is just a way to use our components. Another way to do it, we'll get him to start building a load of filters, and that means that any of the components that we're using for that will be unstealable. Could always not spring the traps. The food in the traps cannot be stolen. Word cogs electric. Okay. So if I tell it that I want to build that many of these, and then just leave it, all of those components are now safe. They can't be stolen. I can just cancel the project, and we'll get them all back. Let's get some kit, buddy. I could always eat that food raw, but there's a chance of getting sick, and it's not very satisfying. Ruined toy store. Yeah, we're going there one more time. Definitely want to take that. How many of these can we fit? That's a high value item. The rest of it, I guess we're just going to have to leave. I can't just fill up all of my inventory slots with stuff that I want to be sure doesn't get nicked. So take those high value items, take those, take those. And food, you can understand the importance of food in a survival situation, I would hope. Yeah, I love the fact that you can carry 20 bullets per inventory slot. That's very, very handy. Why is he sat on? I mean, seriously. Ooh, the Sweet Tooth Bandits. Okay, so Marko is sad. That will be because we got raided. May as well just keep on churning out food. Like I said, this is an inefficient way of generating food, but it's what we've got to do. We haven't got any fertilizer for bait. We can leave that alone because we are not really building all of those filters. That was just a defensive system to stop all of those components getting nicked. Don't need to chuck any firewood in the heater. They keep saying it's going to be warm and pleasant, but we know better, right, guys? In the last playthrough, marketplace got shelled heavily. There is death and destruction everywhere now. We want to at least wait until the day is pretty much halfway done, just so that we can be sure whether anyone is going to visit or not. Let's just try and get a bit more of a better feel of what we've got in the shelter while we're waiting. So component, and then electric. May as well take that. Maybe taking the electric bits. The electric bits are actually kind of hard to come by. So we're going to be taking those when we go scavenging, just so that they can't get stolen. Yeah. We're going to be taking the meds. You can fit 2 meds per inventory slot, so those. Yeah. There's 2 inventory slots for those, an inventory slot for meds. Hey, Mr. Trader Man. Let's grab that, because that's a good trade material. May as well do. Bandages, oh so important, of course. Yeah, alright, I answered the door immediately. Oh, yes. Okay, he was getting all antsy, but flipping heck, yeah. Alright. We got shed loads of valuable stuff now. Don't have any cogs, we don't have a lot of wood. We do have those components tied up in construction. We got loads and loads of stuff to trade. We just need somebody with whom to trade them. I don't think that Anna comes back. Have a sit down in your chair. You built it. How's that feel, buddy? You're not a smoker, are you? No. So, how's the war going? Okay. I want water, or I want the ability to I'm not going to look them unless we're willing to still. I want water. Caution advised, eh? That sounds pretty exciting, doesn't it? We are really loading up on stuff, but I don't want to leave this to get nicked. I think... I mean, essentially we're going to be missing out on almost half a trip by taking all this stuff, but we... Yeah. It's valuable stuff, it's valuable for trade, and it's valuable for us as well. Okay. I don't remember this map. There's some noise up there. Could be rats. What do we got here? Let's take a closer look up here. Take it easy. Okay. Okay. Now, I don't know if they're going to be hostile. Doesn't look like there's a hole in the floor. They shouldn't hear us. That's something that we could steal. Something we could steal. I'm not going to steal anything. It's just going to drain Marko's happiness. Might well turn the denizens of this house hostile. We just ain't going to have an awful lot to show for it. I'm hoping that I can go down there. Okay, let's move slowly. Don't make any noise. I don't want to alert these people. This sounds like a harmless family. bless those controls. Sometimes you want to move slow and it just sprints with the fury of 1,000 gazelles. Okay, they're going to hear us. Keep an eye on those little red rings. Not moving. Didn't hear us. Steal, steal, steal. And there's stuff out the back there as well, something moving around out there. This might have been a bit of a bust. Might well have to go somewhere like the supermarket, supermarché, and that I've been reticent to go there because it's got some great stuff there, it always does, but we might have to get fighty. Okay. Could be that we could trade with these folks. Maybe what we'll do is we'll grab a bundle of stuff that we want to take. Oh yeah, we can't get... If we want to see if we can actually do anything with this family, we're gonna and get to the other part of the house, we're gonna have to go through this middle part, which of course is Occupado. They don't sound like hardened bandits and killers, do they? Just in case they are. Good, we're going to be able to build a water collector at least. And I had to take all of this stuff. And if the worst comes to the worst, we just book it. It's going to run with all our might. Try and get out of here, and we'll have had a okay scavenging session. A lot of our inventory spots were taken up with stuff that we didn't want to leave at the shelter. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to touch any of your stuff. Do you mind if I just... yeah, that's what you do. Okay. Yes, actually I am. Let me empty my inventory. And then maybe I can sell back some of the stuff that I found in your house to you. I think we're definitely going to spend at least one more night visiting here. I've got to make some space in my inventory if I'm going to get some stuff. So we know that they're not hostile. We know that we don't have to book it out of here. What have we got tons of? Tons of bandages. We're not quite going to use those. Leave that. Yeah, we want water. Defo. Just try not to accidentally nick some of their stuff. I don't want to be generous. What can I get rid of? Okay, that's good. I'd rather have the water, to be honest. Brill. Pleasure doing business with you. Okay, yeah, definitely good location for some of the stuff that we need. Let's just have a quick goosey gander, see what is here. Okay, more wood. And then we can go down here, we can open that door. There's some more stuff here as well. Oh, you don't have to apologise. Your sister being upset that your dad got killed? But honestly, it's fine, I understand. Yeah, we got water, we got wood. A lot of good stuff, happy with that. Let's grab a few more bits, shall we? Again, this is stuff that does not have that icon, so we are not stealing it. It's not going to make them upset. It's not going to make Marko go like, oh my god, I can't believe we stole all of that detritus and rubbish from those people who didn't really need it. Kids could come back. It's 2 meds. Rat traps are springing quick like. Bring back some fertilizer, just in case that's done. That would be 1. 5, 6, 7. We can build a water purifier, and we can also upgrade one of our workbenches. So that's good. Leave this stuff here. We haven't had a visit from our friendly neighborhood trader for a while. So, can it pop up again? Do you reckon? I've got 1 bandage, I'm kind of confident. Kind of okay. We'll take this, and then we're going to come back here tomorrow and continue our work. Day 9. I can't remember when it was Bruno who arrived, but anyway, when the second house member, when a housemate comes along asking to stay, I think we've got a good few days to go before that happens. We're going to just have to keep on surviving solo-like, but ooh, you're very hungry. You're a very hungry boy, are you? Well, you will be happy. First up, let's deal with this. Got a lot to do in the old shelter today. If somebody visits and wants to trade, that's great. If we can just get on with what we've got to get on with, that's great. Maybe I should be a little bit more cautious about saying that. I thought that everything was going great guns in the first run through that we did with Marko, and I got him killed. And then I sent Bruno out for revenge, and he got killed. He's feeling a bit sad, so what we'll do is we'll get him back to, we could get him to well-fed. Maybe that would put him in a bit of a better mood. We're being a bit cocky if we do that. I don't know, I don't think so. We are producing food at a rate of knots, so I want him to get to shake this sad on that he's got. That will do for now, but must be your birthday or something. And we'll see he is well fed. He is no longer sad, so that's wiped. Need them lecky components, right? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, we're gonna do this. About time that we did this, really. Yeah, let's put it next to the oven. I think that actually kind of makes sense. So we need 5 electrical components for the workshop. What do we need if we want to upgrade the metal workshop? Can we do that now? Ugh. Come on. Finish wish start. Okay. We don't have any filters. We can easily make those. We've got plenty of components and stuff. So, yeah. So we need some cogs. We need some components. We need some stuff, basically. Yeah, make a handful of filters. We just start churning out some water. It's a possibility it will get stolen, but don't need much because, of course, we've got an upgraded stove. That means that we can cook things much more efficiently. I'm sure it tastes better as well. I don't think anyone's visiting today. Right, we can finish that last one off some at a time. Let's get this on the go. We will produce 4 water per cycle. Takes a couple of hours. Yeah, no trader, no kids. Could check the radio, but I don't think that's going to benefit us too much. Yep. For the kids. Don't want that getting stolen. Don't want those getting stolen as well. They might have some fresh stuff to trade, and it's worth bearing in mind that we can come back here at any time, and it won't be a wasted effort, precisely because we can always just bring a few little knickknacks to have to bring these folks in exchange for whatever they have. The flippin' heck. Okay, let's quickly go get our weapons. And then let's hide in that hidey hole. Crap. What is going on? Oh, damn it. They're... What the hell is going on? I think the bravest thing that we could do is bring back our high value items to the shelter. Somebody has to know the story. So it's worth visiting here again, but what is going to be happening? Okay, they're going up. I think whoever this is, they have bad intentions for his family. Oh my god. Who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy? Are you coming for me? Kinda looks like he's coming for me, doesn't it? Let's go, shall we? Okay, Wow. If I'd have had a gun or something, I could have waited for those chumps and I could have taken them out, but God knows what was going on there. Wow, I've never seen that before. I've been playing this game for years and years and years. I know that that is something that plays out in one of the story expansions. They didn't warn the family, they got flipping well wiped out. I think. Did they? vent. You can see it's getting colder as well. We've got an abundance of food. That's great. Now, where were we? Nice if we could, but we can't. I mean, maybe the friendly neighborhood trader man will come along. We need cogs. And we've got the electrical components, but we need components as well. Because of scraps. And these are just garbage. They're really useless. Is there something with more value? Kind of is. But, I mean, we're going to need this at some point. Still being generous. I don't want to be generous. How about we use this as small change? Groovy. Wood, of course, takes up an awful lot of inventory slots, so it's always great if you can purchase it from the trader. Yeah, let's have some more filters, and then everything else we don't really need. I mean, she's gonna be sat in the house waiting to be stolen. Did we get any cogs though? That's the thing, we need cogs, didn't we? We didn't get any cogs. I don't think we left any in the house. We did. We left a cog in the house. Right. If I upgrade the workshop, some of the best things that we can get are the reinforced door and the herbal garden, which we upgrade to a vegetable garden so that we can produce carrots, we can produce vegetables. Since it's just us here, the reinforced door isn't very valuable because we're not really going to be on guard. The vegetable garden is useful. We don't really need it. This is a handy implement. Now, this is the most powerful melee weapon that you can craft. It is, of course, also very handy for chopping up things around the shelter, not stuff that you use, or when you're out scavenging, so that you can have more wood and firewood. We've got some filters, yes we do. Let's finish bashing this out. Oh, shut up, I'm going to sleep in a bit. Go trade with somebody else. Nah, that's a little bit mean. He's been immensely useful. You can see that Marko is merely tired as opposed to very tired. What we can do is you can see that there's some options now to chop up a few bits of useless furniture in the shelter. That's great, that'll get us firewood and wood for construction. Right, okay. There's going to be a massive crime spree. That's what I want to hear. But it is what it is. Okay, let's pop back to the bakery and see how this whole drama is unfolding. Could be that I go there and they're hostile because they've just been attacked. People tend to get a little bit tetchy after that. But I've got to see what's happening. Don't want that nicked, don't want that nicked, don't want that nicked. You know what, I don't really think I need to... No, I need to bring at least 2 of these because at some point the kids will come back and they will ask for food. I want to make sure that we can provide. I'm loath to leave any electrical components behind, but I just can't take all of those. Can't take up the entire inventory with them. There's other considerations as well. You can suddenly find that areas are unavailable, they can get snowed out, or they can be heavy fighting as well. Can't get back to somewhere and you've left some useful tools there. Tough nuts. So I can't chop that and then just take the wood because it will count as stealing. Can I get up to the upper levels from here? No. Let's maybe move a little bit more smoothness. Huh. I'm thinking they're under attack again. There's an exit there as well. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Wow. Just fantastic. One of the few locations where it rains as well. Keep wandering around with the hatchet just in case there's somewhere that we can chop. You can't really chop somewhere if it's got that you would be stealing if you take this icon, because funnily enough counts as stealing. Okay, what you got to say? Did you kill the bad guys? You kind of did, didn't you? Thanks to me warning you, which I didn't. Sorry, Saba. Get a little more value for money out of that by chopping some wood. I'm going to want all that firewood as well. You can stockpile just an absolute ton of the stuff and you will still get through it. Well, when winter hits anyway. Alright, that is this level, this scavenging location cleared. Got absolutely everything that we can take with us. We put it in this stockpile. Now, are we going to be coming back here? Let's imagine that we're not coming back here. Let's try and take everything we want. Can we? I think it's pretty much worth it. Let's take components because we can get wood back from the shelter. Now what I'm going to do is, I will call that a stream there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a note of everything that I've left here. I think I've explained why I do that, just so that you don't have to keep going back to locations to go like, did I leave my hatchet there or at this location? Loads of components, loads of wood. Yeah, it's not worth another visit. I'm going to call it a stream there then. Nice round hour. Thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you at the next one. I'm feeling confident about this Marko run. It's always touch and go. But I'll see you in the next session. For now, good night.